I'm Pyrda of Live Lightly Equine, and I'm going to walk you through what a bodywork session looks like. Today we're going to look at Olanda. So I just met her. When I'm coming to look at a new horse, I like to just greet them first and get to know them a little bit, get to know some of their preferences, and then I do a quick evaluation, just feeling over their body, looking for any places of tension. I like to go over the horse one time really lightly, and I'm just looking for changes in texture and temperature in the body, getting to know spots that might be sensitive, spots that might need more attention. And so starting up at the head and then just kind of move through the neck, over the shoulders, the sternum. I'm just watching her body expression, just trying to get a feel for anything that might come up for her. I'm watching her nostrils there. She's giving me a little sign that that might be sensitive for her. Palpate over the back, just really gently at first, and then I'll go back with more pressure to check for any spots that might have pain. I just take a note of anything on the legs, anything's abnormal or unusual to look at. Mostly at this point, I just like to watch their expression. It's a way for us to get acclimated with each other. I mostly work with myofascial and craniosacral therapy, which are both modalities focused on the fascial system of the horse. So a lot of people don't realize that the fascial system extends through every cell of our bodies, the horse's bodies. And it's actually a tensegrity system. So we often think of the bones holding up the body, but in reality, the tension of the fascia is what keeps the bones stacked appropriately. And so by working on the fascia, we can help to influence the range of motion of the horse and keeping everything in optimal alignment. So it's really complementary to chiropractic care, sometimes before or after as well. And it's a little boring to watch, but it's a little bit of a slower process, but it creates, in my opinion, more sustainable change in the horses. So now I'm going to go back with a little more pressure. I'm going to get a feel for anything that might be more sore. And again, I'm just watching her reactions. She's going to tell me a lot as I start working. And she's going to guide where the session goes. I don't really follow routine normally. I like to just do what the horse needs. So she's giving me a little reaction there across her sternum. So that's giving me some information. I'm going to start her session up here at her thoracic inlet. So in myofascial work, we work first with widening the tissues is the term we like to use. So there's a fascial diaphragm here in the thoracic inlet, which is like low neck area. And I'm going to start to work there just to begin to open the tissues. The same way you would warm up before working the horse or jumping the horse, we're going to warm up before getting into any deeper work. So this is where the boring part starts. There's a lot of waiting, and I'm just watching her. It's really interesting to watch. Her nostrils are flaring. She's looking around. It's all information. The horses are always talking to us. And see, she starts to release there, which is fun to watch. I don't base necessarily her release there on anything. I'm just gonna stay because I'm basing my feeling in the tissue as the direction I want to go. And though it doesn't look like a whole lot, what I'm feeling under my hand is a lot of energy, and I'm feeling changes in the fascial system. It's very subtle, but it's actually creates a really big change in the horse's body. Horses often release tension through their mouth, so we pay a lot of attention to what they're doing. Sometimes they get kind of fussy like that. They like to chew the rope. I don't ever correct any behavior unless they're doing something that might be a little bit dangerous to me or themselves. I just let them do whatever they feel like they need to. Sometimes they get a little fussy and they paw, and that's okay. They're trying to move energy through their body, and see she licks there a little bit. That's a good sign for us. She squares herself back up, which I like. I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer because I feel like she needs this a little bit more. So where like a chiropractor works with the alignment of the bones, myofascial and craniosacral work is meant to improve the health of the, it's another good sign there, is meant to help to improve the fascia. And it's something that like normally I wouldn't work on a horse for the first time, like day of showing, but as they get used to it, they, just like a chiropractic adjustment, they can start to handle more changes. So they do best with regular work, like normally a couple times a month, maybe extra in the weeks that they're showing. So then I'm gonna move back. So another fascial diaphragm is the respiratory diaphragm. So I'm just coming to the back of her sternum, and then I find the back of her rib cage. I'm gonna work on widening that tissue as well. Again, it's really subtle changes that are happening. It's not super exciting to watch. She gets a little fussy with the rope. She's starting to lick and chew. So all those are good signs. She's releasing tension. Listening at the sacrum also gives us a lot of information about the balance of the pelvis. So again, just staying here and listening to what the tissue's doing under my hands, watching her. And then from there, she'll direct me where I need to go next. Relaxation there, relaxing on. So this is a technique to help to open up the lumbosacral area. So that's what's going to support the horse having a really nice hind end when she jumps, which we want. A lot of jumping horses get pretty dense through this area because they use their hind end quite a lot. So I like to spend a lot of time on the hind end when I'm working. So usually low neck, and because jumping horses take a lot of impact through the front legs and the neck. And then hind end are usually the areas that I spend a lot of time on, but every session is different. I really try to listen to the horse and what they need that day. I try to go in with a clear mind, and even if I know the horse really well, they might have different problems that day that I'm going to work on. I try to keep my ego out of it, and it's a cool thing about horses, they're always communicating with us, and if we learn to listen, they'll give us a lot of information about what they need. So at the end of the session, I just look to find a point to stop where they're more relaxed, and I feel like I've gotten enough done with them to benefit them for their week ahead. I'm super excited to be part of the NGP Preferred Network, and you can find my information in their link in bio.